I only burp because it's true.
Oh, check this out.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Amber Alert. Ooh, does it smell? Didn't you say it smells like blueberries?
It tastes like blueberries. I don't know if it smells
Oh,
like
it smells good, though. Where'd it come from? Okay. She knows what's up. Alice in Wonderland. What do we got here? Is that a t-shirt?
So I ordered this from China.
Chinois?
Yeah, apparently.
Can't believe you've been holding out on me. You've been here for an hour.
I know.
And then if you pull down it's a little...
This is an extra large, though. And on their website, they advertise true to size.
Bitch, that is not
I'm
an
not
extra
getting
large.
in
That's
that
a medium.
Anytime soon.
Listeners, Rory...
You sufficiently pissed me off and made me feel bad about myself.
So here's the thing. I know this to be fact, that when you order cheap t-shirts from China that say it's like size large, they really mean size large for like Japan, which means like if you're 5'4" and 130 pounds, you're large. So please recognize that when they say that is an extra large, they mean...
This is what I say to them. I'm showing the cat giving the finger.
It's a t-shirt with a cat sitting in the pocket of the t-shirt, but then if you lower the pocket, you can see that behind the pocket, the cat is giving you a little F you.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
Double finger.
It's pretty cute.
Middle finger action.
I like it.
It's kind of my attitude towards the world recently.
Yeah, towards everything going on in the entire world.
You want to see my pocket?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Rory, are you... this might be a forward question. Are you wearing a new bra?
No.
It is...
Am I still in there?
It suits you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, everything's looking very good.
Thank you. I'll take it. Oh my God. Boyfriend the other day to me says, and I'm in the other room. I'm like in the kitchen. He's in the living room and I couldn't hear what he's saying. He's like, shake him. And I'm like, what? He's like, shake him. I'm like, what'd you say? He said, I said, shake him. And I went, oh. So I like gave him a shim and he's like, all right. Yeah. Shake him.
Gotta love a good shake 'em.
Yeah.
Gotta love a good Courtney take your break. We're gonna have a Courtney take your break off.
So most definitely. Oh my God, I can't wait. I got to start rehearsing.
Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, actually, ladies and gentlemen is so passe. Listeners, thank you as always for joining us. If you have not already, please go and listen to and watch Courtney Take Your Break on YouTube. There are actually 2 parts. It's basically just...
the same shit, just 2 times.
So it's...
Same but different shit.
Same but different, like 80 times. So basically, Courtney Take Your Break is a compilation of one small part of the Legally Blonde musical.
Maybe 15 seconds.
As performed
Maybe 20
by
seconds.
dozens of high schools across the country to various degrees of success, most of which are pretty bad.
And obviously the most envious part in the whole freaking play.
It's-
Like poor girls
I
that were
know.
casted as this like...
This, like,
that's my luck. That's what I would get.
It's not Elle Woods, it's not Reese Witherspoon. It's basically like when Elle Woods goes into a store where she's like respected and then some underling doesn't realize who she is and tries to sell her some crap, and then the boss comes in and is like, Elle Woods, sorry, our mistake, here's a blah, blah, blah.
Courtney, take your break.
Courtney, take your breaks. Just ignore her. She hasn't been well. And it's just
I take care of my best clientele. It's a gift to
me to
I keep saying a gift to me from Elle.
It's a gift from me
I just like
to
getting
Elle.
gifts, not giving them.
I understand. But listeners, go check that out. It is the funniest fucking thing you will see on YouTube. I keep revisiting it because it is so funny.
It's definitely more than the first time you've shown me that.
Well, you have to watch it and really pay attention in order to appreciate the nuance that is Courtney Take Your Break. Courtney Take Your Break on YouTube.
So we have to. So real quick before we move on, the idea is that Kenny and I are going to sing off.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're going to record our own take on Courtney Take Your Break.
Courtney Take Your Break. So when does someone have a 15-minute break? So May 15th. We will do a Courtney Take Your Break off.
Take your break off. Take your shirt off.
It's going to be
Shake 'em.
everything. Shake them. And in the meantime, listeners,
Shake them.
check out Courtney Take Your Break on YouTube so that you know what's up. Actually, you know what? If the listeners can out-sing us on Courtney Take Your Break.
Oh, shit. What do they get?
They get a prize. We need to figure out what it is.
Seriously.
Maybe like
my firstborn child.
yeah. Or I'll send you a tongue scraper, a 6-pack of beers. I don't know. We'll send something.
A signature scent candle.
A signature scent candle.
I might
Rory's
not-
signature scent. This candle does smell delicious.
I know. I might not be willing to give. So I think
Where do they come from? A black orchid scented candle.
Yes, it's from the brand Sensationals.
Sensational.
No, I don't even say this online because I think it's discontinued and
You don't want anyone
I don't
hoarding
want
your
to
shit.
exactly.
Okay,
So you
okay.
know
Well,
what? Enough. I'm sorry.
Do you buy them in bulk?
No.
Might want to get on that.
I know they're expensive in bulk. It's ridiculous. But if you go to one of the stores that I frequent, you can find them for a really good price.
Is it the Schmiss Lee?
No.
Scraps?
No, it's
store?
not. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I guess it will remain a mystery.
I know it definitely will. But how about part of our prize pack? They get one of those because I have 5 in reserve.
You do.
I know, yeah.
Yep. Tongue scraper, a black orchid scented candle, which is lit right now and smells amazing.
It's literally lit.
It's lit as fuck. And yeah, we'll just some beers or something.
Yeah.
We'll find a way to make it worth your while. Listeners, if you are brave as fuck and you want to leave us a voicemail with your rendition of Courtney
Yes.
Take Your Break,
Oh my God, that would be the best show ever. Please do it.
it would
Please
be amazing.
do it.
You can reach us.
I might just do it myself.
You should. Yeah. I'll pretend to be someone just so I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
You can reach us at 828-KFrank8. That's
828 KFrank8.
And even if you don't want to leave us a message with that, you can leave us a question, a voicemail. We love just hearing from you.
Yeah,
So
we just love the sound
we want to
of
make
your
sure that we're
voice.
not recording into the ether.
Seriously.
Nothing.
Is anybody out there?
Is anybody out there? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kenneth Frankly. I am your host, Kenneth Frank, and right now I'm in a state of mind I wanna be in like all the time. Ain't got no tears not to cry. I'm picking it up.
Oh my God, Kenny, get off the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm upside down. I showed Rory the No Tears Left to Cry video, the new Ariana Grande single.
Not impressed.
The video
The song is okay.
The song is cute. The song is a
video is
little bop.
lame.
The video is awful.
It's like kind of ridiculously awful.
Inception happened. We already saw that movie, right? It's like
And sync happened. Bye. Like, hello.
Yes, that's the thing. That's exactly
That
what
is
I
such
said, Rory.
A scammer jammer.
Yes, like pop stars on the ceiling defying gravity.
We've done that.
It's over. We've done that. But
Are you going to moonwalk next?
right? Like, oh, did you invent the moonwalk? Fucking Bruno Mars? Yeah, whatever. But the song's cute and like
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, whatever. Don't get me started on Bruno Mars. But the song's cute and I'm glad she's back and we love Ariana Grande even though she
Ariana
can't
Grande
pronounce
for
her
life,
words.
of
Everything's
course.
like this, mama.
I can barely breathe sometimes
I can
too,
barely
especially
breathe.
during allergy season.
I know, true,
I
which
get
it is right now.
Oh my God, I'm
Girl,
dying.
Like the entire left side of my head, like if I raise my eyebrow, I'm like, I have a headache that runs from my nose into my eye, into my brain, down through my throat.
I'm convinced that
What is this?
that's postnasal drip. I'm convinced that the congestion that I have is the only thing keeping my brain in my head.
If it all let
Because
go.
what other purpose? Exactly, it would just melt out. What other purpose does it fucking serve?
Yeah, that remains
The
to be
animals?
seen.
Is Jensen going nutso? Because like
Rory, that's such a good
ball of
point. He
fur?
has been
It
going
is.
crazy.
'Tis the season. Ting 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 ting.
Yeah,
fucking jingle
that must be
bells
what it
and
is.
Fucking shedding
Because he
animals.
really
It's
has been
everywhere.
like insane.
It's everywhere.
Ugh, listeners, I'm sorry if your animals are also going insane, but I am thankful that you are here listening to us go insane in your brain.
And if you need a vacuum recommendation, the Shark Ion Flex 2.
Oh.
Or Duo, rather.
Shark
Phenomenal.
Ion Flex Duo.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it have one of those, like, you know how, like, historically vacuum cleaners have had just this flat like the piece that sucks up the shit is like this flat, it's almost like a mop style flat thing
It is
that
a
sucks everything
tube.
up.
Yeah.
But then also you could take that off and then it's a tube, like a
Yes.
dirt devil. or
Yes, of
something.
course. Yeah.
So what's
What's the alternative?
because Vegan Crystal recommended a vacuum cleaner to me and to the world, really.
West Coast Crystal?
No, Vegan Crystal. Your Crystal.
She's not vegan.
I know, but that's her fake name when we're trying to differentiate the crystals.
Okay, gotcha.
Former guest of the podcast, Crystal.
Yeah.
She recommended this. It was supposed to be good on carpet and wood, and it had this sort of like V shape instead of the flat. So like it would get into corners, and it's good for hardwood, and it's good for dirt. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I don't know, $70 or something. I was like, I've had this Dirt Devil forever. It does a fine job, but I'm sure I'm due for an upgrade. Got this and literally threw it away. Like I tried using it and then stored it.
What brand was it?
I don't even remember. I forget what.
It wasn't Shark, right?
No, it wasn't a Shark. I want to say it was a Bissell, and it was like $80 or something. But
I hate my Bissell, so that might make sense.
Maybe that's what it is. Because like it was supposed to be like it's good on hardwood and it's good on carpet or rugs, which is us.
Being good on hardwood is hard.
Being hard on good wood is perfect.
It's really easy.
But
comes naturally.
It's second nature. But like our apartment, as you know, is like all hardwood, and then we put down like
one rug,
area rugs here and there. Like there's one in the bedroom, there's one in the living room. I was like, perfect. That way we can vacuum the hardwood. Awesome, great, love it. And it wasn't good on the carpet. It wasn't good on the hardwood, and it had this weird like V shape where it's like it fits in a corner, but it also feels weird to vacuum with it. So I ended up like using it a couple times and then being like, well, I guess
that's a bust.
Yeah. So
less than $100 though.
Yeah, it was cheap. It wasn't. It was not. But on the contrary, the Dirt Devil that I got when we moved in here,
super cheap, right? But still pretty good.
My dad got it for us as a housewarming gift. It was $40, and we still use it every day, and it works on like everything. Like it's perfect.
Nice.
But I do want a really good. I'm in the market for a really good vacuum.
So Fu gave me mine for Christmas. It was Christmas gift worthy, like your only gift worthy. And the thing I like about
is it?
It's a Shark.
A Shark.
Ion Flex Duo.
Is that better than a Dyson?
So they say it. Well, their advertising says it is, obviously, but it's advertising. And it's set. So the one thing about Dysons that I will say is that I have heard, at least anecdotally, that they break down very easily.
Oh, really?
And they're a bitch to fix, I guess. So years ago, when my old boss at the time left the company I was working for, she went to go start her own cleaning company. And she was like looking at really nice vacuums. And the guy that was selling her the vacuum, he's like, don't go with the Dyson. He's like, look in the back room. Look at all these Dysons that I have here to repair right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So anyways, this one is much cheaper than the Dyson.
And it's a Shark.
They got to keep going or else they'll die. So anyways, it's got 2 rechargeable batteries. So as soon as you've got...
What did you call me?
Ladies and gentlemen, calling to the stage, 2 rechargeable batteries.
Did you call me a motherfucking recharge? Rechargeable batteries. That would be a good like twin.
Right?
Never,
anyway. That's just weird.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So you always have a battery ready to go, basically. So it's not like you're just like at the mercy of this dying battery.
It's such a fucking pain in the ass.
No,
to be
it's
like,
super maneuverable.
No, I know,
and
but
it's cordless and it's amazing.
But the battery's here, and then all my other batteries there.
No, it's in the second bedroom. I live in a tiny house.
Okay.
I just not a tiny house, like a tiny house, but like a
right.
A
You don't live in
home.
a literal tiny house.
I live in a modest home.
You didn't have like a hipster build your house in 3 days.
No, some days I wish I did.
I know.
I bumped my head way too much.
But you know that I recently just sort of redid. I gave my kitchen a facelift. Let's say.
And it looks phenomenal.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But
you're regular Christopher Lowell.
Oh my god! And I was. Did we talk about this? How I literally was watching Christopher Lowell.
Yeah, you channeled him. I'm surprised there's not like a gold terracotta color on the walls right now.
Girl, we're about to get there. So I just love Christopher Lowell.
I know,
but
right?
like, so here's the thing. This is how I know I'm a homosexual. Because I was like,
this is how.
This is the way. It's not all of the anal sex that I have. I bought all this new hardware for the cabinets, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy.
They're gonna say for the bedroom.
For the bedroom, yeah, that too. While I'm at it, Amazon Prime. I mean, it comes in 2 days.
Right? Come on, what are you gonna do?
But So I was buying this new hardware, and I was like, I've got fucking 20 cabinets, and it's a lot to do. And my cordless drill, I don't know where the fucking battery is, or where the charger is, or whatever the fuck, where the drill bits. I don't fucking know. It comes in 80 different fucking pieces. I don't. How often do I use it?
Funny story. Boyfriend actually just found
all his shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what straight men do. They're like, I know where this is. And
after I handed him the corded drill that I have, like to give him a job, then he got the motivation to go look for the fucking battery.
Because I spent $90 on this.
Yeah, and then let's wait for it to charge and then use that one instead.
Right.
And now we're divorced.
That, right, exactly. So I was like, I found the drill. It had this big fucking drill bit on it, and I didn't know where anything else was. And I'm just trying to make little tiny pilot holes like in cabinets.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'll go on Amazon. I'll get a little handheld thing. It'll be $30 or something. So I buy it. It's 2 days later. I'm like, oh, great. And I'm like, I was like, oh, it'll do everything. It'll take off. Because I was also taking off the cabinet doors. So I was taking off the hardware and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was using it as what I come to find out is a screwdriver and taking everything off. And then I'm trying to like drill holes into my fucking cabinet doors with this screwdriver. And I was like, why isn't it work? I was like, it smells like burning. And I was like, zzz, and it wasn't. I was like, why is this so hard? It shouldn't take. And I was like, oh.
It's just a power screwdriver.
Power
it's not a drill.
Screwdriver and a power drill are two different things. Come to find out.
So, do you want my old drill? Because boyfriend just found his battery, and apparently we're back in business. So
I ended up borrowing one for the day from a person that I work with. So it was fine.
Okay,
but that's how I know I'm a homosexual. I was like, oh, I was $30, one and done. And then I was like. Like basically soldering the front of my cabinet. It's like, why is this happening?
It just starts like starts catching on fire.
It was smoke.
You were making
it was smoking. I was like,
campfire.
I was like, this cannot be. I was like, it cannot be right. This cannot be what is supposed to be happening. Whatever, it worked out. Everything looks good. Rory, happy belated birthday. Did you have a good birthday?
I did, thank you.
Did you have a good trip to DC?
I did, thank you.
Highlights, lowlights?
No, this is my natural color. Yes, so the monuments, so back up. Me and my friend had both never been to DC. Like we both did not go on the 8th grade trip.
Yeah, I didn't go either.
So had no sort of real frame of reference of like what I was really getting myself into, other than like I've seen like pictures of the Lincoln Memorial.
Right, it exists in the canon.
Exactly, yeah. Right? Just so taken aback by like just the sheer size of everything.
Right,
like just
scope.
how massive everything is. Like all the memorials and the monuments are just like really breathtaking. They really are. And it's kind of cool to be around all that and to see all that. We walked probably 40 miles in 4 days.
Dang.
I hurt
Burn
after.
Those cows, girl.
Yeah, but it was totally worth it. We saw a ton. The African American History and Culture Museum was amazing.
Fantastic. I've heard it's so
we
good.
We only got to see half of it because we only had like part of a day to go there.
Right.
It was so cool.
I heard it's gorgeous.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
My two beefs with it. So in like the Hall of Music and like rock and roll, hip hop
Hall of Fame.
We're not pronouncing the P's anymore. If you didn't know. In the Hall of Rock and Roll and soul and R&B and hip hop and all of those. They had these awesome artifacts from like all these iconic artists over the years and everything from like, you know, the 19th century or late 20th century to now, right? And
Michael Jackson shoes or whatever.
They had the Parliament Funkadelic, like the mothership.
Cool.
It was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and like George Clinton's outfits and
Lady Gaga's egg and all that shit.
No, well, she's not black, so
right.
That she's not allowed. But I felt very welcome there, and it was really kind of cool. Yeah, it was very, really cool. Anyway, so kind of ticked off by the representation of Prince and Missy Elliott.
How so?
So Prince had a tambourine with like the symbol. I'm like,
that's all they had for Prince?
Exactly. Like of all of his costumes, of all of his like amazing everything. Like, not even a guitar. You gave you a fucking tambourine. What the fuck is that? It was sad.
That is sad.
It was really sad.
I wonder if his estate was like, fuck that place.
Maybe. I don't know. But why?
That's weird. He has so much shit.
Yeah.
Did you hear his original version of Nothing Compares to You that came out this week?
I heard it on NPR. I didn't know that it just came out. But it was funny because I just heard it on the radio and thought like, because they were doing this whole like tribute to him, and I was like, why would you play that song? Like he wasn't famous for that.
Yeah,
and then
he wrote it.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, it was his song that Sinead O'Connor then made famous. And so this recording is the official,
the original.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
His demo.
All right, now I love it
I
now.
know,
I'm sorry.
It's awesome. And
So
apparently,
then-
sorry, continue.
No. Go ahead.
I was just going to say they're going to release new Prince stuff to that vein at the end of the year.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
All right, can't wait.
So fuck that Prince tambourine.
Yeah, totally lame. And then the other thing that was totally lame was Missy Elliott and like her representation. It was one picture, and it was the most like unflattering, like stupid, like point in time that like should never have been documented that way type of picture, where she was just like on stage doing something like this. And it was just strange. And it's like, there's so many more iconic, like amazing images of her than that.
Right.
Like, why did you pick
I think
that?
imagery is a big part of Missy.
It totally. That's how you're remembered too. Like if you're, I mean, well, she's not gone by any means, but like if you're going to be in a museum and you're a contemporary, like you should have something that you're really proud of. I don't know.
I mean, they're probably at the mercy of whoever's donating whatever stuff to the museum.
I mean, it was even just a picture of her. It wasn't even like, it wasn't anything donated, I don't think.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know.
Right, just like.
It was just lame. Like,
Get a
those are
picture
the
of her
only
in
two
the
things that lame.
garbage bag.
Exactly. Come on, like, or something. Like, I would love to have seen
1 Minute Man
or the super duper fly glasses,
helmet,
right?
yeah,
Exactly. Like, come on, give me something.
That sucks.
But anyways, I digress. It was still awesome. We went to the cafeteria. It's probably one of the best meals I had in DC. It was like
the cafeterias
at the cafeteria at the African American and Cultural, like History and Cultural Museum. Had the most amazing cafeteria. It was all
I'm
like,
not surprised by that.
well, it was all like different regions of very iconic like Black cultural food.
So like Baton
I saw
Rouge,
this. Well, there was like the Creole, like Louisiana,
yeah.
exactly. And there was
Atlanta. And...
no, not Atlanta. What was the other one? I don't know.
Houston.
I saw Southern Fried Chicken, and I just made a beeline, and I had that and collard greens and the most amazing mac and cheese I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm in a cafeteria at a museum, and I am happy right now.
Hell yeah!
So that was awesome,
Oh, that's
and it
awesome.
was $15, and the plate was this big. It was crazy.
I love
else
a
do we
good
do?
cafeteria. I love a good buffet in general.
I like a good
Do you ever go
Chinese
to-
buffet. Other buffets, I've always
I
been
don't know
disappointed
if I've been
by.
to a Chinese buffet. Where do you go to a Chinese
Really?
buffet?
Like even just like bamboo. Like who the fuck cares?
I don't even know bamboo.
There's one in Westford.
Oh,
No?
okay, sure. Yeah. But,
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
So you say.
Okay. But no, I'm thinking of like, the chains
Like a Golden Corral?
or like an Old Town or like
Oh
Old
my God,
Town
no,
buffet.
that sounds
shit
just-
is so good.
Oh my God,
it's
Kenny.
like it's disgusting. Like you
That's
wait in line and you're like,
disgusting.
oh my God, I just spent $20 to get in here. But girl, you can literally like
No,
you
that's
don't
disgusting.
eat the night before. You don't eat breakfast.
No, but the food is disgusting.
Disgusting like a fox, bitch.
Oh my God, bullshit.
The mashed potatoes are like the color of my skin, and like they're like, oh, do you want girl,
Milky,
unlimited soft serve alone? I will eat $20 worth of soft serve alone. I will get home at the end of the night. I will absolutely empty myself, but it will be my body full of chocolate vanilla motherfucking soft serve swirl, bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage soft serve swirl. I love a buffet with like, well, here's the thing. You can show up and you're like, oh, I'll start with a little egg, like a little scrambled egg, a little cornbread.
See, I understand the concept and I love the concept, but show me one that's well executed.
Old country buffet or old town, old time. Fuck, whatever. Because here was my introduction.
I believe you.
Girl. My introduction to
fucking Golden Corral,
buffets
disgusting.
Was I get to my mom's and like whatever. Long story short, I did not live with my mom, but I got to my mom's place during a visit. Court ordered or whatever. And I get there and there's a note on the table that says, Me and Uncle Speedy. Yes, I do have an Uncle Speedy. Actually, R.I.P. Uncle Speedy. Me and Uncle Speedy went to Old Town. See you tomorrow. And it was like,
tomorrow?
Old Town. And then like the fucking 20 kids that were left behind all were like, what does this mean? And they were like, is Old Town where they grew up? Like, Old Town is the buffet place.
And why? They were staying there overnight?
I guess they went to buy it. That's what they said. They said, we're going to a buffet. So they came back the next day. And I was like, Mom, where's Old Town? What are you doing? Did you like, she's like, oh, it's a buffet. I was like, bitch, you stayed overnight at a buffet. And then she's like, I'll bring you next time. And I was like, okay. But like, obviously we didn't stay over. It was probably just some fucking lie so they could go do, fucking below all weekend or whatever the fuck. But so then I was like,
going to Old Town. We haven't eaten in a week. We're going to Old Town. See you tomorrow.
My question is, what type of mother would go to a buffet
without
and not bring
her children?
A child that had nary been to a buffet and didn't even know what she was talking about.
A monster.
I'm
not going to deny.
But I will say she did. After I was like, well, that sounds good. I'm into it. Like little 200-pound 5'8" me. Like that sounds good.
Well, I could be interested in an establishment like this that gives you food for as long as you can eat for as long as you want to sit there.
Economically,
for a fixed rate
for an admission.
Hold on, are we talking pre-fee? 8-year-old Kenny.
I'm like, Mother, you made an economically unsound decision by not taking me.
Yeah, right.
So she brought me the next time and I was like,
did kids get it for free?
No, a discount, but it was like $15. And it's like, girl, you know that they saw me walk in and they were like, oh fuck. They were like, we gotta close down some of this close down the mashed potatoes.
The only buffet that I am still down for to this day, which I say that and I haven't stepped foot in one of these establishments in years, but a Ruby Tuesday salad bar.
I love a Ruby Tuesday.
I loved their blue cheese dressing. I'm sorry.
You know what, Ruby? I've only been to a Ruby.
Put some fucking Sunfleet
Sours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sunfleet Sours. Sunflower seeds. Yeah, I loved a Ruby. I've only been to a Ruby Tuesdays once or twice, but every time I was like, yes, this is so good. You know what I miss? You know what I really miss, actually, if we're talking about fucking pick and choose your own adventure in a meal setting?
Yeah. In a shitty meal setting?
In a shitty meal setting. The salad bar at Wendy's. Do you remember the salad bar at Wendy's? You'd be like, I'm getting a salad. Back in the dog days, girl, before Wendy's became what it is now.
Yeah.
You would go to a Wendy's, and I think it was the first salad bar I had ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. So they had you'd go up to the counter like a McDonald's or a Burger King,
and you get a container.
And say, I want the salad bar, large or small or whatever, and they'd give you the container. And it wasn't like buffet style. I mean, it was sort of like unlimited. The sodas where it was like. Yeah, you could go back and no one's going to really care. Whatever.
Yeah.
But no one really did because you could literally go through their salad bar and get and it was not healthy salad shit. It was bacon bits and
not
cheddar,
real bacon even.
Right, and shredded cheddar cheese.
It was just everything they would have put on a mashed potato.
Yes, iceberg.
Not a mashed potato, a
baked potato.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Like scallion. It was they would give you iceberg lettuce and then whatever the fuck you wanted on top. Croutons, all the nasty shit. And it was
Junior
good.
Double bacon cheeseburger.
Little sliders. No, but I remember being this is what a sneeze guard is because that was my introduction to a sneeze guard was the Wendy's salad bar. They were really good. I loved a Wendy's salad bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
I totally don't remember that. I remember when the first Wendy's, not the first Wendy's.
There was one in the Acton Rotary. Acton? Yeah. So when we were in Westford and then you'd go past Littleton.
Yeah.
And then there was that weird rotary with all the cars and where
the prison is.
No, that's Concord.
You're right.
Way. So
sorry,
you're going
rotary.
So you go past Kimball's ice cream.
Yeah.
Past all that shit.
Yeah.
And then through Littleton, if you go towards Acton.
I don't know that one.
That was our Wendy's.
I could never find the Littleton train station if that gives you any sense of direction.
My mom lived in Littleton and I couldn't tell you where it is. So.
I looked for it. I couldn't find it. This is pre GPS days. This is like MapQuest days, but like I still am not convinced that I could probably find
Littleton
it.
was weird, a weird little town. It really was.
It really was.
I mean, I guess it's probably
Weird
better
little
now.
people, weird little
Weird
town.
little people.
Totally weird little people.
Weird little people in a weird little town.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird.
That's the new Stranger Things theme song.
Season 3, baby.
I thought about that today and I was like, oh, I can't wait for it to come back. I'm such a nerd.
I never
just
watched
love
season
it.
2 even.
Oh my God. What happened?
Matthew keeps coming and going. I was scared that someone was breaking into our apartment.
Oh,
but we're
Jesus.
good. Hey, it's been 30 minutes. I haven't even gotten to a single hot topic. Oh, happy birthday. What does it feel like to be 33?
Why would you say that on the air?
How does it feel like to be 23?
That just isn't reasonable either.
How does it feel like to be older than you were last time I
Yes!
saw
Yes.
you?
It feels like being a year older. My back hurts a little bit.
Fair, true.
I've already woken up hungover a couple nights this week.
True to life.
Or mornings this week.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like you're doing it
I'm
right.
unhappy with my life in general.
Perfect. Yes.
I'm exactly where I'm meant to be.
That's exactly where you're meant to be.
Exactly.
As a 28-year-old.
Thank you. God.
Matthew,
young millennial.
while you were traveling in DC and celebrating your birthday, Matthew also celebrated
I
a birthday.
know. And I was actually thinking, I was like, shit, he said happy birthday to me and I didn't get to say happy birthday to him.
It's fine. We had a party here.
I know, I missed it and I'm really bummed.
Don't
It
be
looked
bu-
like a lot of fun.
We had a great time. I
saw the decorations after the fact and they looked fun.
Thanks. Yeah, I spent too much money.
Did you get a oh no, because they weren't floating balloons. I was gonna say, did you get a helium?
No,
tank?
I bought the balloons on Amazon and then went to a place and asked them to blow them up.
Oh, so they were
up. Yeah. Matthew took a picture of them the next day when they had deflated.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and posted
that's
it to
awesome.
Instagram. Yeah, it was very like after the party. Yeah, but so Kylie Minogue had just released her record Golden.
I
And
just saw.
Matthew's a big
Golden.
fan. So the
Gotcha.
whole theme for his, even though he's only 34, I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. The whole theme was golden. So all the decorations were golden.
That's awesome.
Champagne, gold. I got like golden cake cutters and all that shit.
I love gold.
Yeah, it was all gold, and also like it was the debut of my kitchen, which has gold pulls on all the hardware.
fitting.
It was just perfect. There was one issue.
What?
So
What's her name?
her name is Candida Meister. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Actually, please welcome to the floor of my car. So a million years ago, when Matthew and I had first gotten together, he was having a birthday party, and my gift to him that year, he was hosting, he was baking. It was this big to do. And
Great British Bake Off.
right. Before Great British Bake Off had happened, I gifted him a Konditormeister cake, which is like, to me at least, one of the better cakes you can find in the greater Boston area. They have a place in Braintree.
It's not a cake that comes in a cardboard box.
No, exactly. So like, it's special, and like it's the one.
Is it a specific bakery?
Yeah, it's Konditormeister.
Oh, I've never even heard of
It's
them.
like, I don't know if they're a chain, but whatever. It's this big operation. And
how do you know these things?
I think at that time I was asking people like, I want to get Matthew a really special cake because like he's spending all this money on this party.
I was gonna say, for a freaking poor kid, you got great taste.
Yeah,
How'd this
right.
happen?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, 23, 24. And I was like, I want to get Matthew a really great cake. Where do I get one? And people were saying Konditormeister's ready to go. It's in Braintree, which is like a full
fucking haul.
45 minutes
South
from here.
of the city.
Just south enough and trafficy enough for it to be
the
a
worst.
fucking pain.
Yeah.
So I had gotten him this cake a million years ago, this chocolate with like raspberry chambord in it and just like delicious. And it was a hit. And we had leftovers of it for a week and just like loved it. And loved it.
It was an iconic cake.
Yeah, iconic cake, let's say. So this year I was like,
The cakes of our lives.
Exactly. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be fun? Like I'll put golden candles in it. We're doing this whole like golden thing. I was like, wouldn't it be fun to get another one just like it?
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
So I ordered this Konditormeister like 20-inch round cake, $70
Ooh.
on the day of his party, while I was also fucking touching up the paint in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Setting everything up. Cleaning, party,
Oh my God.
just like running around like an idiot. And I was like, oh, I gotta go
There
get
was
the cake.
paint drying while you
There
were
was paint drying in the
as
kitchen.
the guests were arriving. Barely.
Basically.
Yeah.
But so
Don't
I was
lean
like,
against the
right,
cabinets.
like, don't touch. But I was like, I didn't tell Matthew that I was getting that cake because I thought it'd be cute to be like,
yeah.
So I was like, I have a couple errands
How
to run. I'll be
nostalgic.
back. I also had to go blow up the balloons and like da. And so I was like, I'll be back in an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If you could help clean up while I'm gone, great. Whatever, no big deal. Drive down, get the cake. Driving on the way back, traffic is nutty. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be late. I
Because
have all
you're
this
driving
other shit
south
to
of the
do.
city through the city, and it's for
Well,
always
now I'm driving.
like
It's Saturday afternoon
It's
at like
awful.
3:00.
awful.
And I'm trying
like
to.
it's a fucking Saturday.
I'm
Why?
on 95 north trying to get back into the city. It was a fucking nightmare. Traffic is crazy. And so I am about
You ate the cake.
I ate the entire cake. I counted because I was so bored sitting in traffic. There were 23 chocolate covered strawberries on top that said,
Whoa.
and then there was a sign that on top that it said "Happy Birthday, Matthew" in this beautiful script on a piece of white chocolate that they put on top of this huge fucking gorgeous cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate cake, raspberry chambord cake. It's decadent. Don't I, while I'm about to get off my exit, get cut off by someone who slams on their brakes. I slam on my brake, and the entire fucking cake goes face fucking first down onto the floor of my brand new car, which I had just leased in December.
Was it an open container?
They put it in this cardboard box with no top
Because it was too tall.
because it's so big. Because
Why did you put it on the seat and not on the floor?
I didn't know. I don't know. I'm not good at that.
Why didn't you at least buckle it in if it was on the seat?
I don't know.
It's precious cargo.
Well, that's why I put it in the passenger seat because that's where Matthew goes, and he's also precious cargo.
Well, he wears a seatbelt.
I know it was my fault. I will say, but
Did you go back and cry? Get a new one?
No, because I was so.
Did you scrape it
I
out?
was. I was already 35 minutes away from Konditormeister. I was already almost home.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe I can like scoop it and like save it, and then no. So like by the time I got home and realized that it was gone,
Off or not.
I took the floor mat of my car seat, the car
whole thing and brought it to him?
and brought it to Matthew. I was like, I'm sorry, I dropped the cake, and I was like frazzled because I literally almost rear-ended someone. I was this close to like slamming into someone and like didn't, thankfully, but the big loss in that was the $70 cake. And so Matthew, the sweet soul, while I was like, I'm gonna go find you a replacement cake, he took the cake and was like, I could eat this. So he like the part that hadn't touched the ground.
Hello?
He was like, he took a fork to it and was eating it. We still have 2 Tupperwares worth of cake.
Awesome.
You're welcome to join us in eating
Floor
it tonight.
cake.
Floor cake. And then he took my car floor mat and like put it in the shower and was like rinsing it off.
Oh, that's so sweet.
While I was out running errands.
Aw.
So I mean,
What a good sport.
I know. And
That's so sad, though. I'm so sorry that
it's
happened.
okay. He
That's so disappointing.
I know. So he told me afterwards, he was like, I got a little teary-eyed when you left because you seemed so frazzled. And I was like, I was frazzled.
Aw,
I almost
you
got in a
sweet
car
things.
accident. But other than that, the party went off without a hitch. Everyone was
good.
happy. Plenty of food, plenty of drink, plenty of merriment.
I'm sad I missed it. It sounds awesome.
We missed you, but you know, everyone's a little older except for me. I'm still young forever.
I'm trying my god.
Trying my best. So just a couple hot topics I want to talk about. Oh, before we go into that though, you texted me a link to a game called Choices. and you said we should play. I don't know about you, but I've been playing Choices.
Shut up, you have not.
I have. So basically, it's one of those like, is she pregnant? Did she get oh no, what are we gonna do?
It's a choose your own adventure.
It is a choose your own adventure game, but it's not at all like what they advertise it, where it's like a cool teen who got pregnant accidentally. How's she gonna break it to her boyfriend? At least to me, in my experience so far, it's not like that at all.
What has your experience been?
First of all, to me, it's a lot of fucking reading. It feels an awful goddamn lot like a book, which I'm not about.
Is this like a trick, like
I think the game
educational game? What
yeah,
the fuck?
I think the game is tricking people into reading, which I'm not about.
I think that's so misleading and terrible.
Right? Where I think I'm gonna get Teen Mom and I'm getting fucking like
No, I want Salacious Teen Mom.
So I will say this: the content is salacious. It is choose your own adventure in an app form.
Yeah.
The story that I chose or was given is basically the Bachelorette or like the Bachelor, where like, oh, you met this guy while you were waitressing in New York and he happens to be a prince. Oh, come to find out. And he says, oh, I'm a prince of like Estradonia or whatever, some imaginary fucking country in Europe. Yeah. And I have to leave tomorrow because I'm about to be going through this gauntlet of finding my wife. You should come. And then all of his boyfriends are like, yeah, come. And you're like, okay. And then you spend fucking 25 diamonds on a fucking hairstyle that you shouldn't have fucking spent, because then you can never do anything you want to do, like actually flirt with him while you're in Escardonia or whatever the fuck.
Escardonia.
Whatever the fuck it is. And then there's some evil girl who's like had a crush on him forever, and she's like, fuck you. And then whenever she comes on the stage, Rory, literally the music is like, imagine the bitchiest fucking music you can ever picture. And that's what it sounds like. It's like, oh, here comes Olivia, and it's like it's like, I'm a fucking bitch. I'm about to be a bitch to you, bitch. And you're just like, I don't, what?
It's like Roger's music from
yes,
Doug, right?
I ought to cream you, funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's just like, and he's like, oh, like, I'm so, but you get to name yourself and you get to name the prince. So I named my prince Lil Liam Daddy. And I am always trying to get a little extra time with Lil Liam Daddy. And my name is Riley Jensen, because I'm a porn star who is waiting tables in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage,
Riley Jensen.
She's polydactyl.
So she is polydactyl. So I will say this: if you decide to play choices, which I do recommend, even though it is a lot like fucking reading, which you know I do not do, I will say don't spend any fucking money up front, because what they try to do is make you be like, oh, you can buy this dress or this hairstyle. It's only 20 diamonds or whatever. And you're like, oh, fine, I got it, whatever. But then they're like,
oh, you want to talk to this boy?
Right.
It costs 5 diamonds.
Yes. Over the course of the game, they're like, well, do you want to have a jacuzzi date with him? It's going to cost 20 diamonds. And you're like, well, I already spent all my fucking diamonds on this.
Why does a jacuzzi date cost money?
Because it's like an extra, it's an extra storyline, and that will help you like build your relationship with him, so that at the end, maybe you can like actually be a princess.
If I'm whoring myself out, I'm not paying for it.
Exactly. If my
I want a free dinner and I want free jacuzzi.
Exactly. If my prince doesn't love me for who I am, he can fuck off, and this game can
in
fuck
Estonia.
off too. Escargonia.
No, Estonia is a real place. Sorry. You can fuck off in Estonia.
I'm Olivia. I'm a bitch.
But so like they give Olivia a backstory where it's like her parents were dead and no one cared about her. It's she's awful. She's terrible. And
like
she had
a witch.
She had a crush on little Liam Daddy, my prince, the whole time. She's a little bitch.
Little Liam Daddy's gonna be mine.
She tried to lie to me and tell me that if I met the queen, I should kiss her feet. And like, that's not what actually happens in Escargonia. And thank God I recognized that she was a bitch enough to lie to me, because I just did the polite thing and kiss her ring, which is what a queen actually wants you to do in Escargonia. And I was like, ha, Olivia, you bitch. You lied to me. I got it. You didn't fool me. You dumb. I hate you. Anyway, choices.
Keep trying choices. Oh my God, I've got a choice to make right now, and it's to pee. Excuse me, 1 second.
Your choice is whether or not to download the game. Choices.
It's downloaded. It's just to
you have to play.
Continue to step 2.
Yeah,
which is like
you
start game.
Actually start playing.
So far, I ran into a boy on campus.
Diamonds.
I won't spend any diamonds. Okay. So far, I ran into a guy on campus on my first day of school, and he's kind of cute. And he's flirting with me a little bit, and that's where we left off.
I bet he's secretly a prince.
He's what?
Secretly a prince in Escargonia. All right, we'll take a really quick break, BRB.
Aren't most people like
I'm a secret prince. Are you watching Vanderpump Rules at all?
Not recently. Should I be?
I've gotten very into it in the past like couple weeks. Yeah, I've been like mainly. Oh yeah, Jax. So like Jax is like,
45 yet?
Yeah, basically. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna be a bartender forever. But then then they go to a bar in like, I forget where they are, Mexico maybe. No, I forget why they're there.
Okay.
But
her birthday is very
the
important.
the details of whatever the fuck they're doing at any given point, not important.
Yeah.
But so Jax is like, oh, I'm going to be a bartender forever, blah. Because Tom
upset about
Tom
it?
Schwartz and Tom Sandoval are getting their own bar, and Jax is like, I'm just going to be a bartender forever, blah. But then they go to a bar in Mexico where the robots make the drinks. And then Jax is like, oh shit, I'm not even going to be able to do that. He's like, I'm going to be replaced. It's pretty funny. I hate him. Wait, so robots made your lunch?
Yeah, so there's this new restaurant that's opening up in Downtown Crossing, and it is
DTX.
Yeah, and that's the place. So you order on the flat screen, right, on the tablet, and there is this. It looks like these like cast iron rotating, almost like tin cans, right? But like big tin cans that are just rotating and they're cooking food, right? And then there's like this printer looking thing that's like zipping around and like depositing food in different like containers and stuff like that. Cause it's basically like taking your order and dispensing it into the cooking mechanism that like rotates and like cooks everything evenly. And then it gets
like
put into... No, but it's like a regular stovetop though, like a hot stovetop.
Okay, yeah.
So it's rotating it, it's cooking it like on a regular stovetop, like a cast iron pan, and then it puts it into your container with your name printed on it, and then you get to go.
Whoa!
And it only so this one was free because it's before it's like their soft launch, and they had this big.
You got a free robot lunch?
I got a free robot lunch. The funny part was it was my friend that I went to DC with. She told me about it, and she's like, "Oh, it's like you told me about in Japan. Your friend went to that robot restaurant." I was like, "Oh, it's not like that."
Why wasn't it like that?
Because robots don't cook. Well, I don't. So the robots weren't
performing.
No, yeah, and like even the robot restaurant. They're not robots performing. They're people in like
dressed as robots,
and like and other animals and whatever. Like it's like a parade. It's just a fucking parade.
Yeah, this was like the claw from Toy Story. Like
except it was kind of behind the scenes, and they wouldn't let you take videos or photos of it. So that's why I was kind of pissed off because I wanted to show you a video of it just to show. So it's all like this like rotating stuff, and then like zip, deposit, and it was done in literally less than 5 minutes.
Dang,
I know, it's pretty cool, but it was free.
Today.
But if I were to pay full price for it, it would only be like $7 for a bowl, and I didn't even finish the whole thing. And I think Sweet Green is $11.50 for the most amazing salad I've ever had in my freaking life.
Yes.
Have you had their new chicken parmesan salad?
I haven't had their new, and I don't eat chicken.
I know. It's
Can I substitute seitan for chicken?
Yes, it's worth it to have it without the chicken. It really is. It is so fucking good.
I'll have to have it.
So good.
It's what did you say it is?
Chicken parm.
Caesar parm.
Chicken parm.
But without
yes.
chicken.
Just say chicken parm, no chicken.
Parm.
It has.
Can I have the parm salad?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage parm salad.
It has the most amazing fresh basil dressing.
Yum, yum, yum.
And it's got breadcrumbs in it and quinoa. So it's like this amazing texture. It's just so fucking good.
Do you know what I love is rice pilaf? I wish rice pilaf was good for you.
Oh my God. I love me some Middle East brand rice pilaf.
Give me some rice pilaf.
Chicken flavored rice with little fluffy pillows. Okay,
I can't say no to that.
No.
In reboot of the week news, because I feel like there's always something fucking being remade.
What now?
This I'm actually excited about this one, with a caveat. This kid show that convinced you that you could find a flag in the giant nostril of an imaginary man in the 1990s.
It's chocolate pudding.
Is returning to Nickelodeon's lineup in summer of 2018. It is Double Dare.
Who's the host?
That's the caveat. Is it Mark Summers? No, probably not.
No, he's 1,000,000 years old now. What's
I look exactly like Mark Summers.
You could be. Well, you
don't.
Look
I look like a young
You look
Mark,
everybody.
I no, but that is true. I do look like everyone, and
you could look like a Mark Summers.
I look like Mark Summers. I really do.
Do me a favor. Say physical challenge.
Physical challenge. Like I am Mark Summers, basically. Like I was born to be the next Mark Summers. So here's the thing. I will watch a new Double Dare, but I want it to be Mark Summers. I don't think he's coming back. But
who's it going to be?
I don't know. They're making 40 fucking episodes of it though, so that's a lot.
Because it like airs every day after school.
Right? Yeah. So they're probably doing like
it's
all
1,000,000
every day.
episodes. Yeah. And it's free. You just have. Well, it's free. People win money, right? Or they win like vacations. Or something like that.
I think it was like I think the main prize was like a vacation trip or something.
Yeah.
But like. Double Dare is what, because Double Dare, if I recall, came before Legends of the Hidden Temple and all of that. Double Dare was the show that made me obsessed with obstacle courses. Guts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Before Guts and Legends was Double Dare.
Yeah.
And they introduced little tiny Kenny to the concept of obstacle courses.
Yeah. I fucking love that shit.
I think that also probably introduced me to the concept of anxiety. Where it's like, can you do it? Can you do it? You only got a lot of time. Yeah, like
monkeys.
How fast can you slide down this nostril into a pile of goop
and find that fucking flag?
I loved Double Dare. Also, you know that Mark Summers had OCD.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
and like was having mental breakdowns because here's the thing.
That's a messy ass.
That is a messy set, and like the reason that everything was so fucking slippery was because they had to make everything on fucking linoleum and tile so that they could wipe it up quick and clean. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so everything on Double Dare is like disgusting and messy and slippery and gross. And then someone comes in and like mops it all up really quick. Like, so production wise, they had to make it it's kind of a win-win. It made it tricky and fun to watch, and like difficult for the contestant, but also
easy to clean up later,
easy production wise to like get the set back to the way it's supposed to look. Meanwhile, Mark fucking Summers, the guy who goes home and like is
having a heart attack,
combing the tassels on his rugs because they need to look just so, is watching all these people like roll around in slime, and it's like
yikes,
poor guy. But
tortured soul.
But I think he's doing good now. I mean, he ended up being. Do you remember Unwrapped on Food Network? Food TV.
Now, what's his name? Does it for him?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what? Alfonso something.
Oh, really?
Carlton.
Yeah, Alfonso Rivero.
Yes.
Is that who it was? Yeah,
something like that.
Junior. Yeah, I mean,
Junior.
I haven't watched.
He is a junior.
He's a little guy.
Nick Junior.
He's a little guy. Maybe he'll host the new Double Dare.
Maybe
I'd watch that.
It would make sense though.
I would watch.
It's all coming full circle.
I hope Mark Summers is like rich and just chilling. And
I hope so.
Loving his life.
Counting a jar full of jelly beans.
Yes. Oh my god.
Clean jelly beans.
Always here for Double Dare. Apparently, Double Dare ran for 7 years. Do you? I think
that's it.
I think that's a long time for a Nickelodeon show. I think they had a second host eventually. I might be wrong though. It aired from 86 to 93 and then had a brief revival in 2000. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
Mark Summers, love him.
No, but that was back at the time that I thought that like, oh, all these kids are doing such shitty jobs. I could do better than that. And, and then I'd later realize that I was like, no, you are stupid. That you thought what?
That's what I thought about Legends of the Hidden Temple. Apparently, that was like the most anxiety-inducing, fucking terrifying like program to be on. People that were like kids that were on the show have come forward since as adults and been like, it was terrifying. Like, oh
my god, like being in the temple with the
guards, the temple guards.
Oh my god,
they didn't tell the kids beforehand that the temple guards were there. Like,
did they not watch the show?
The first kids
were they foreign kids?
No, the first kids that were
kids without cable.
I think I donated to their nonprofit this year.
Kids Without Cable.
Kids Without Cable. No, the first. So like in Nickelodeon world, they basically like set up the set and then they do like 10 episodes in a day or whatever, and then it keeps going or whatever. So the first kids in the first 10 episodes or whatever, no fucking idea what was going on, including the fact that there were people that were gonna fucking grab them while they're trying to run through the fucking temple,
or grab into a tree trunk to like grab some amulet.
They say yes,
and they grab their hands and they can't get it out.
They get this like vague direction before they go in the temple that's like, watch out for the temple guards because they might stop you. That what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? They don't know that there's literally a person that's gonna like literally grab them out of the set. Like, can you imagine? That's so terrifying. Like kids have said like, I suffered for many years from anxiety because of it.
Oh my god!
I know, but like, hey, all for the sake of entertainment. I loved it.
I thought it was great.
But like, I will say,
I was very jealous of them. Maybe
I know,
not
me too.
So much.
Like, but that's one of those things. It's like, girl, like, how do you not know how to put together the fucking stacking monkey? It's like feet, then body, then head. Come on. But I will say, Legends of the Hidden Temple versus Guts. Guts Kid all the way.
The aggro crag.
The aggro
for
crag
days.
with more quark. Get
Yeah.
through all the buoys until you can get to the aggro crag. I was like, who is she? And why am I so sexually attracted to her? Like, she was basically a man in a referee suit that happened to be a woman.
Oh.
I loved her.
Mo, right?
Speaking
Mo?
of, yeah, Mo, Maura Quark, also known
Quark.
as Mo.
Who was the guy host?
Mike O'Malley.
Yeah.
And he ended up being
That wasn't the way he said it.
yeah, no, that's how Mo said it.
Yeah.
Mike O'Malley. Back to you, Mike. In first place is Rebecca with 20 buoys, and with the second place is Mark with 5 buoys. Back to you, Mike. And then Mike's like, okay. Like, Mike was basically this, like, angry, like,
White guy.
Boston,
Yeah,
Irish.
backwards hat. Like,
like, fucking yeah, here I am.
Sully. Yeah.
How did I end up in Orlando? I have no fucking idea. I blacked out for 6 months, and here I am hosting this fucking TV show for kids.
Fucking go Pats.
He ended up on a successful sitcom, though. I forget which one. But
He did.
On CBS. Well,
He
I
did.
guess. Yeah.
They're all the same.
Good for him. He got money. I wonder.
Let me.
Where's Maura? Where's Maura Quark?
I don't know, but let me guess. His show is something about a middle-aged couple. They're married. They work blue-collar jobs.
Yes, yeah.
And maybe there's an in-law that lives with them.
Right. Everybody loves Mike O'Malley.
Yes.
Basically what it
Yeah.
was called.
That was it. Okay.
2.5 Mike O'Malley.
That's a good one.
Good for him. Yeah, I mean, but I loved Guts. I wanted so badly to have a piece of the aggro crag. You can, like, people have started selling their, like, kids that want a piece have started selling them on eBay, but they
Just
go
now they started?
like years ago, but like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Really?
You can buy one, yeah.
It's like fucking plutonium.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I would absolutely buy one if I had the money, though. That was like the end all be all. And
If you ever make it, you'll have like this amazing mansion with like a pedestal with the aggro crag
Yes, I
piece on
did.
top of it.
But like, so
Or no, you'll have enough money to reassemble the aggro crag with all of the pieces that you buy from all these like
Right.
kids that have gone awry.
yeah, I'll
And then just assemble it in your
I
backyard.
will make my own aggro crag.
Yes.
And like, I think if ever I come into a good amount of money, that's one of the first things I will do is buy an aggro crag.
That seems sensible.
Because
It's good
here's
exercise.
here's the thing. There's glitter raining down on you. There's rocks raining down on you. But basically, it's just a left to right. Hit the thing. Hit the button. Hit the button. And get to the top.
But I mean, imagine if that was your cardio every day.
Yeah.
You'd be ripped.
I would, and like that would be an exercise that I would actually
Enjoy,
look forward
right?
to every day.
Well, beef.
Here I go.
Gotta hit the
Yup,
crag.
Gotta go.
See y'all
Yep.
later.
Thanks, beef. Gotta go hit the crag. I'll
See you at the summit, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I would absolutely do that. Man, we have not even gotten to like any of the.
Can I just say something real quick before we
Please.
go to hot topics? If you ever, so can we make a pact?
I don't know if it'll stick, but we can try.
If one of us wins the lottery
Aggro crag.
well, and we win over $100 million,
Over $50 million.
Fine.
$50 million is a lot of fucking money.
it totally is. Well, so after taxes, how's that?
Okay.
So I want a ropes course.
Okay.
I'm like a fucking squirrel when it comes to
You
ropes.
like ropes?
Yeah.
But like, does it mean we have to be up in the trees, or what does that mean?
Yeah, pretty much. But like, there's harnesses, so it's fine. You're
Okay.
fine.
So we like belay into a ropes course and then run around on ropes?
Yeah, and then so
Can
like,
there be nets and stuff where we jump around? And
yes,
Oh,
and like
okay.
zip lines down and
Oh,
stuff
fun.
like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
totally fine. And
Okay.
then maybe the aggro crag is part of it. It's a feature.
Speaking of which,
Maybe there's a water feature.
American
I don't know.
Gladiators. Did you ever watch American Gladiators?
Yeah.
The Wall. And like,
Wall.
oh my God, I loved American Gladiators.
I just remembered like the things that they would shoot the
Yeah.
It was like an
the
arcade
gauntlet or something.
Or what was the game when at the not even at the arcade, at the frickin' carnival where you would shoot these like big balls into a clown's
Yeah.
mouth?
Yeah.
Right? And like
Yeah.
knock something over?
Well, I think it was
like
the carnival version was a water gun, and you try to get it in.
Yes.
and then the
Yes.
balloon above the.
No. So then what was it? Was it, and that was the arcade version then? It was like the ka-chunk. It was like a tennis ball launcher. It was fucking insane.
Are you thinking of Big Bertha? Like feed,
No, that
feed
was
me
no,
Bertha
that was
or whatever.
just that was hand driven.
Okay.
That was just like a ball pit ball.
more.
More.
I'm so hungry.
That was a good game.
That was a great game.
That was like the crocodiles too. The ow,
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah, whack-a-mole, basically.
Yeah.
These are all variations on whack-a-mole.
Can we go sometime
To a carnival?
No. So there is an arcade in Tingsboro called Funtageous Fun Center that is all of the ticket games that we had as a kid.
Oh, fun. I would definitely go to that.
It is so much fucking fun.
Skee ball and all that stuff?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
for sure.
All of, like, reel 'em in. Like, all of the
what
ticket
was the
games
one where
and
it
all
was
the fun
like,
things.
it was like a light, it was like basically a dome and
then
a
the light
light
with,
would
like-
run around and then you'd have to try to
Yes, they had that.
freeze the light and
They
if you
got
got
that.
it, oh man.
I know. There's all sorts of
I'd
things that
play
they have.
all that shit.
We gotta go.
Yeah, let's go. That'll be my birthday field trip. Fun World though is just like that, right?
Yeah, but this one is like, it's more nostalgic. I think Fun World would have like more new things in it. And also, I think like if you gave them $500, you could have like the whole place rented out.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Right?
But here's the thing, booze.
Maybe
smuggling in.
600. Who knows? And
Let me smuggle it
and
in.
let me have my pick of the ticket counter.
yeah, right.
The prizes.
Right, yeah.
I want some Dracula teeth. I want some
girl, I want some Laffy Taffy. You know what I want?
banana Laffy Taffy is the most disgusting.
I want
on
this
earth.
generic version of a Power Ranger that is like built like a fucking wrestler that happens to be painted yellow. That's what I want.
I'm done.
We're not talking about it. Oh, I have a homo moment for you, Rory.
Really?
Yeah, ready?
Hold on, put down my pizza for this.
I'll let you chew. No rush. I don't want you to choke. Ready?
Homo moment. Homo moment.
Once in a while, I ask Rory what's going on with queer shit. Does she get it? I don't know.
Usually not.
But
But I want to learn.
I want you to learn. The homo moment this week is a word. The word is twinning.
Is it when you show up somewhere and you and your bestie are wearing like the same exact
what is
outfit
it?
almost?
I mean, kind of, but what does it mean in the queer community?
When you look like your boyfriend.
Ding, ding, da-ding, dur. There are a lot of people in the queer community that
Hashtag selfie.
hashtag twinning, hashtag selfie, hashtag twinning selfie, hashtag dur. I'll never forget the first, Matthew and I had been dating probably for like 2 years, and we went on our first trip to New York City, and we went to like one of those big fucking, I don't remember what it's called now. It's in like, I want to say it's in like the Lower East Side, and it's this big market and whatever the fuck. And it's like kind of underground. There's a zillion stores. It's almost like an underground mall. Mm-hmm. And we had been dating for a couple years, and it was the longest relationship either of us had been in, and we were sort of in this comfy place where we're like, yeah, we're good at relationships and like we get everything and we're so much better than everyone. You know, I'm 25 and I figured it out, you know. And as we were walking around, we see these two dudes and they're like holding hands, which for us we still don't do, and that's a whole other fucking topic for a whole other segment on this show. But like PDA for gay dudes, especially our age, I feel like is pretty rare a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm always happy to see people brave enough to do it when they're queer. And then I sort of resent straight people when I see PDA.
Oh, sorry.
I know, don't apologize. Again, different topic for a different night. But we saw these two dudes holding hands. I was like, oh, that's cute. Holding hands. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And then you sort of like look and you're like, wait, they're wearing the exact same thing, and they're both wearing this like bright red like basketball sort of outfit, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And then
they wore this exact
it was
same
like
clothes.
Yeah, it was almost like a Juicy Couture, but like the Chicago Bulls version of Juicy Couture. They were wearing these weird like velour jumpsuits, and they were young, and I was like, okay, they're holding hands and they're dressed exactly the same. Cool, okay, live it.
Yeah.
And then you look up and you're like, are they twins? Like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, no. And then Matthew and I are like, oh, I guess there are a lot of people that kind of do that, where it's like you end up trying to date the ideal version of yourself, which in a lot of ways in the queer community it is you, and you just don't
see it,
give it to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, like I'm not naming names, but you might be listening, girls. There are a couple couples that I know that I'm like, wow, you guys got together and just like melded exact fucking identities. And like, but on the other side of that, like people call Matthew Kenny and Kenny Matthew all the time. Like,
really?
And I don't think it's because they necessarily think we're twinning, but I think it's just like the identity socially sort of melds in a lot of ways.
Well, you're a couple,
right? And especially with like, it's like
nobody's calling me boyfriend though.
At our dentist office, we've been going for like 2 years for our fucking Invisalign, and they still don't know which one's which. It's just like one of them's gay, one of them has long hair sometimes, like one of them's kind of shorter, one of them's more annoying. Like,
who's who? You never know.
Like, so when we get there, I feel like they're
God.
like, which one's this? Like the annoying one.
You remember me, right?
Yeah. You don't remember me. Like, which one's this? The annoying one. Oh, hi, Kenny. Yeah, you know, like, that's kind of what it is. But truly within the queer community, we can look around and be like, oh, girl, okay, so you're twinning? Because I know some girls that are twinning. And there's not a bad thing. To me, it's more just like there are probably things that you see in other people that you wish you could be kind enough to see in yourself, which are probably there, and maybe in a subconscious way are there.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're just going to go try to seek them out in your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But what am I? I don't know shit about shit. What else is going on, Ro? You want to call in a night and smoke some weed?
Yeah. It's 11:30. We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Can I just say one
please.
one thing?
Oh, please.
So on the way over here, I was listening to that WBUR story, right? About the incels and everything,
my
right?
God.
And so I like dictated to my phone something in my notes so that I could remember what Magna Chakrabarty was calling that episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was called Incels and Misogyny on the Internet.
Sounds right.
But my dictation took down any sodomy and the internet. And I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I meant. Thank you.
Any sodomy? Any internet?
What a fucking... Oh my God. I was just like 40 and slipper. What? My God.
Listeners, any sodomy?
Or what?
Any internet? Listeners, thank you as always for joining us. I hope you've had a great time. We sure have. You can always find us on the internet at Kenneth Frankly.
At any sodomy.
At any sodomy? Any internet.
.com.
.com. Listeners, as always, you can find us at any sodomy, any internet. Any sodomy, any internet.
Oh my God.
.com.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was any sodomy, any internet. .com.
You lost me. I'm done.
We're done. Please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes if you have not already. It helps us a lot. You can also reach us by email at that's my personal email. The podcast email is kennethfrankly@gmail.com. You can also reach us at kennethfrankly.tumblr.com.
I thought your personal email was any sodomy.
Sorry, if you want to reach my personal email, it's any sodomy, any internet @gmail.com. Call us, email us, text us. You know the drill. Bye.